Hi, you guys, and welcome to day 8 of Chiari Malformation Awareness Month. What I want to talk about today is unawareness, and the biggest reason why I am doing these videos, especially since starting tomorrow, I'll be beginning the testimonials from fellow Chiari warriors, and I'll be getting testimonials from my friends and things like that. And I wanted to honestly open your guys' eyes to what it's like with having to explain your condition to doctors in an emergency room. Having to tell a nurse, this is my condition, and having them look at you and say, what is that? Having people not believe that you are not feeling well, that you can't possibly be affected by something, that you are not feeling the pain you're feeling, because that's not possible. You don't seem sick. That is probably the most detrimental sentence anybody can say, is you don't look sick. You don't look in pain. You don't look like you're going through this. Personally, it's hard for me, especially when things like this happen, where when I go to Disney, I use a wheelchair in order to get through anywhere. And that enough in of itself is hard enough, because that means I have to rely on somebody else to push me around. And luckily enough, I have people who care about me when I go to Disney who are willing to assist with that. But it's still very hard to deal with, because that means I have to rely on somebody else. I have to admit that I'm not able to walk around the park for long distances of time, because that does really affect me and it does really cause me a lot of pain. And especially standing in one place for a long period of time, walking the long distances that you have to at Disney. But then I will get up and I will get out of my wheelchair to take a picture or to transfer to a ride or something along those lines. And I'll get looks from people. And I know what those looks mean. Those looks mean, you don't look like you need a wheelchair. You can stand, you can walk. Why are you having this issue? Why are you in a wheelchair? Why are you taking it from somebody who might need it? I get this look a lot of times. If I'm having a really bad day, I'll use the motorized carts at Walmart. And I will get those looks too. And I know what they are. People can't see the damage, and so they don't believe it. And that sometimes can be the most detrimental thing to somebody with Chiari, because we know our condition, we know what we have. We have hundreds of other people in multiple Facebook groups. You can go look up anything, just look up Chiari Malformation Facebook group, and there will be lists upon lists of them where you can talk to other people who have this condition. And we have people telling us that we're not over-exaggerating. This isn't fake. We're not pretending. Yes, it's in our head, but that's because there's something physically wrong with our brain and our spinal cord and our skull. And then having people look at you like you are lying, like you are taking something from somebody who needs it more, like you aren't believable enough. It's hard, and it can seriously be detrimental, because it causes such a self-doubt and such a pain and such a feeling of a disaster. I'm not sure what the word is. It's a darkness that kind of sets on your head and on your soul when you have people, especially people in your family, who are telling you that there's no way you're feeling this pain, there's no way you can feel this way, there's no way you can be going through this the way you say you are. And that's seriously detrimental, especially if you are a spouse to somebody with Chiari malformation, if you are a parent to somebody with Chiari malformation, if you actually look at somebody who loves you and who you say you love, and tell them that they are over-exaggerating, there is no way they can be feeling the amount of pain they feel, you have no idea the kind of damage that will do to somebody. It seriously takes their heart and it rips it to shreds. Having somebody not believe you especially somebody who's supposed to be on your side and who's supposed to care about you, can be one of the most detrimental things and can honestly cause a serious damage to a relationship. And that's what people really need to look about. If you have Chiari and you're watching these videos, if nothing else, share this video with somebody who you feel is doing this to you, who you feel is telling you they do not believe, so that they can understand exactly how terrifying it is to have somebody you love look at you and tell you you're over exaggerating, there's no way you feel this way. Or even worse, how much it takes your heart and rips it apart, because then you have to try and over explain yourself. Or even worse, you have to push the pain aside and get up and do stuff anyway because you don't want to feel broken and a burden. Feeling broken and like a burden to somebody you love is one of the worst feelings. And I mean, it's something I deal with often. But a lot of times, what people with Chiari do is we get up and we will push through the pain every single day, because there is not a single day that we are not in pain. And because of the fact that we get up and we just push through and we don't let it affect us, and we'll go to work, and if we can, we'll go to work, or we'll do housework or whatever. We have good days, so we do stuff. And because of that, we seem normal. And then the minute we have a bad day, we are pretending or faking. And that makes it so hard to talk to you when you say that to them. When you say that to us warriors. Because then we don't want to share with you when we're in pain just so that we can be made to feel worse. Keep in mind that your words hurt and your actions hurt. If you scoff or give us a look, we understand what that means. We don't want to be like this. We don't want to look completely normal, but on the inside be feeling like our skin is being ripped apart, our bones are being put through shredders, and our head is being ripped apart from the inside out. We don't want to feel like this. It's not fun. We didn't choose this. And then having somebody that we love or somebody we care about and somebody we're supposed to depend on scoff at us or give us that look or tell us we're pretending, it's one of my biggest pet peeves, because I've watched relationships get torn apart because of this. And it's just the worst thing in the world. So if you have somebody you care